My name is Tristan Bouvet, and this is my presentation on the World War I aviation innovations during this time and some of the famous air aces. Some major inventions during this time include the use of synchronization gear, which helped with dogfights. Parachutes, although not used effective for crew members. General aircraft design, which was the foundation for aircrafts. Lastly, radio communication, which has come to be known as one of the most helpful tools as a pilot. Synchronization gear gave a big advantage to the Germans. Before the invention of synchronization gears, planes were typically seen in a reconnaissance role. This changed in the Battle of Verdun of 1916. The Germans were capable of shooting guns forward in their planes, giving them a massive advantage. This is all due to synchronization gear, which interrupted the guns so pilots wouldn't accidentally shoot their own propellers. This has made dogfights much easier, allowing flights in air to become what they are now in modern times. Parachutes have been around longer than planes. The first use of a parachute was in St. Louis, Missouri, in March of 1912 out of aeroplane typically issued to crew of airships and balloons. Although being available and being a helpful tool for pilots, many commanders did not allow the use of them. Some commanders believed that pilots wouldn't fight as hard and be scared into using a parachute, although never flying a plane or even being in one. This made many pilots mad and led to many shot down planes with casualties when they could have been saved with the easy use of a parachute. Throughout the war, we saw many similar designs amongst the enemy engineers. All of these different designs had their advantages and their disadvantages and took multiple tests to come to completion. Mono, bi, and triplanes were commonly used by the Central Powers and the Triple Entente. These were the basic designs of aircrafts for this time and came to be the foundation for the general aircraft design. Over the years, we have taken ideas from the originals to create advancements within these aircrafts that have now become the airplanes we see and fly today. Radio communication is a necessity to all pilots now. This all started right before the war when the first form of radio equipment was created, although it wasn't as useful as it is compared to now. Before World War I, radio equipment in planes wasn't seen any more useful than telegraphs. Although pilots could barely use radio communication to full effect because of the lack of technology, it was still usable. Typically, pilots wouldn't have a receiver, so it would make radio calls a one-way call, making many things difficult. This equipment was typically used for pilots who are in direct bombardments of enemy forces. During World War I, pilots didn't have technology to accurately drop bombs. In this time, we would see pilots using their eyes and throwing bombs off the side of the aircraft by hand. This sounds insane. But during this time, this was the most effective method because they didn't discover more accurate equipment until the start of World War II. Some famous air aces include Eugene Bullard, William Robinson, Domenico Modeli, Ahmet Ali Seliktin. Eugene Bullard was born in Columbus, Georgia on October 9, 1895. Bullard was a part of the French resistance, serving for the French Air Service. He was a part of the 170th French Infantry Regiment, battling in both World Wars. After being wounded in battle, he chose to learn how to fly after making a bet. He later joined the Lafayette Flying Corps November 15, 1916, along with 269 others, making him the first African American pilot in battle, although never flying for the United States. He died in New York October 12, 1961, forever being known as a hero. Eugene Bullard was awarded with many honors, which include Légion d'honneur, Médaille militaire, Croix de guerre, WW1, Croix de guerre, WW2, Croix du combattant volontaire 1914-1918, Croix du combattant, Insigne de blesses militaires, Médaille commémorative de la guerre 1912-1918, insignia for the military wounded. These were all awarded to him for his time in both world wars and the non-stop courage he showed. William Robinson was born in Kingston, Jamaica, October 4, 1895, where he learned to be a mechanic and became the first individuals to learn how to drive. Robinson joined the Royal Flying Corps July 26, 1915, at age 19. Robinson later gained his wings April 26, 1917, and was promoted to pilot sergeant. After his promotion, he was assigned to the number 4 Squadron RAF, where he lived his piloting dreams. During this time as a pilot, he found himself shot with a stray bullet through his spine. Although he survived, this ended his piloting career and led him back to his roots as a mechanic, where he joined the number 254 Squadron RAF. William Robinson later passes April 26, 1981, in his hometown of Kingston, Jamaica, on the 64th anniversary of achieving his wings. William Robinson was later awarded with the Silver War Badge given to him for his time and honorable discharge after being wounded. Domenico Mondelli was born in Asmara, Eritrea, June 30, 1886. Mondelli served for Italy's Royal Army, a part of the 7th Reconnaissance and Combat Squadron. Mondelli served between 1915 to 1925 in both World War I and the Italo-Turkish War. Mondelli was the commander of the La Squadriglia Caproni and 7A Squadriglia. Mondelli attended the Royal Military Academy, later dying in Rome December 13, 1974. Domenico Mondelli ended his impressive career with many awards. These awards include 2 silver medals for military valor and 3 bronze medals for military valor. Ahmed Ali Seliktin, or more known as Izmirli Ahmed Ali, was born in Izmir 1883. Seliktin served in the Turkish Navy, part of the Ottoman Empire. Seliktin was a man of the people. He would always do his best to help protect. Seliktin received his license for the Federation of Aeronautique Internationale. During the war, there was an air attack incoming from a Greek fighter aircraft set for civilians of Izmir. Seliktin died in his hometown of Izmir June 24, 1969, forever going down as a hero for his acts of bravery. Seliktin was awarded with the Yellow Navy Medal of the Turkish Navy and the Turkish Independence Medal NR 480 as a representation for his courage and bravery. In this presentation, we're able to see many similar inventions we see in the modern world. Over time, we have taken these inventions and created them into perfectly functioning equipment for pilots. In this time, although the equipment wasn't technologically advanced, we saw the different uses for the equipment during this time and the advantages and disadvantages we saw with it. Without the innovations of World War I couldn't imagine where aviation would be at. Also, the famous pilot aces are a huge part of history. Personally, I didn't have much knowledge on these heroes, but learned about all the great accomplishments they made, not only in aviation but the armies they were serving for. They showed us the basic courage that comes from a pilot and showed me many great sides of aviation during World War I. Works cited.